Well.
9:29 p.m.
Hello, sir. It's Gæoudjiparl, and I am so sorry for telling you that I will not be there tomorrow. But it's simply because the Danish authorities consider me a crazy criminal, and therefore they will not give me my passport. And the deal was that I would get it last week, but I did not. And then I went to an office today, and I've been there all day trying to get my passport. And they're like, no, you can't have that. So that's basically where things are. But I will send my friends, and they will do a good job. And filming them is not a bad idea either, because they are part of my my team. So once again, so sorry for this. I'm very, very sorry for this, and I hope that something can happen. But it's not entirely my fault. I mean, well, it's not my fault. Well, it is my fault because I did the radical computer music book.
End of message.
The teacher Gæoudjiparl from the Dobbelsteen, the Aarhus Techno Prophet, that Aarhus Techno Warrior. He could not leave this country tonight, so we came here to represent radical computer music.
So radical computer music, for me, is not music necessarily made with computers. You can use computers, but it's music made for computers. And that's the difference. And that was why I was kicked out of the Royal Academy of Music, because that you were not supposed to teach in a computer music class.
Dansk Institut for Elektroakustisk Musik. De seneste år har SYGNOK taget interesse for Gæoudjiparl, den Aarhus Techno Prophet.
Gæoudjiparl von den Dobbelsteen.
Krig for radikal computermusik. Gæoudjiparl, den Aarhus Techno Prophet, er nu SYGNOK.
What we consider most important inside the world of art is art that deals with aspects of love and death and time and the universe, things that are too big for the human mind to understand, generally speaking. So things we do not understand we consider to be of most importance. That's how it goes. Now, therefore, potentially, we could say that what a computer in the future, if we have to take an artificial alternative intelligence in the future serious, creating something that the artificial alternative intelligence wouldn't understand would potentially be of most importance or most interest for that being.
Therefore, I use the very best of me as a human being. So I use handwriting, which masters the capabilities of understanding context, deciphers this perfectly. It says mod out slashes extra on the cover, but it's very hard for a computer to understand. And the rest is also in handwriting, which changes color and everything. And all this is done with one.
Gæoudjiparl, he's a teacher, and a teacher doesn't come with the answers. A teacher, he comes with words. And he put them out to us, you know, so we think and we do our own stuff. But right now we're working with him, and for the last 6 months, everything has been a gang. It's been a team. Livstræt, me, Gæoudjiparl, and Paul Weigel. Radical is like when you there's a public here and there's someone out here, maybe in the bottom of the pyramid, with a knife, trying to stab the bottom of the pyramid. Just to make stabs, and the main pyramid wants to get rid of that stabber, because he's like blowing all the air out of the pyramid. It's not useful for the main pyramid to have such a radical knife stabber on the bottom, so he will get rid of that.
Institut for Elektroakustisk Musik, nu degenereret til Dansk Institut for Elektronisk Musik.
So I was the head of the electronic music department for 4 years until they realized what I was teaching, which was radical computer music. And then they kicked me out as well. But when they kicked me out, I tried to apply for the same. I was the head of the studio. I was teaching composition, aesthetics, and the history of electronic music. And I had like 12 students. And when I was kicked out, I, for fun, tried to apply myself and say, okay, fair enough, I can't be the teacher anymore, but I would like to I would like to be one of the students then. And they told me that I wasn't qualified to study there.
This is Gæoudjiparl coming here from a secret place in America. The point is, we have had academic warfare against the Royal Academy of Music and the stupidity of modern computer music and media, and we have won the war. And when we won the war, we thought that it would be nice to take something and make it better and then give it back to the Royal Academy of Music. And therefore we broke in and took the device, the Eventide H8000FW.
Som et led i krigen har SYGNOK valgt at ramme jeres lydeffekt computer Eventide H8000. Verdens største digital er en ny SYGNOK-kontrol for at blive udvidet, udboret, opgraderet og modificeret før hjemsendelse.
But the thing I think you have to understand about Gæoudjiparl is that he was kind of sure it was a nut job and stuff like that, but he was getting all the biggest prizes for being a big thinker and big artist and stuff like that. So it was really a thorn in the eye of the established world that he suddenly hooked up with us, because we're apparently we're bad people.
And suddenly I start to receive a lot of mails like going in from friends and stuff like, I wish you dared, Gæoudjiparl.
What are you doing with these aliens? What is these aliens? What are you doing with them?
When have white pride been interested in the Royal Academy of Music? That's a new thing in this country. When have white pride showed interest in the Royal Academy of Music? Is that something that they go every day and it's like they're very proud of? What if they? I mean, but as soon as something was taken from the Royal Academy of Music by these kids and me, then it's a problem. What is that about? I mean, and then they go like, if you show your face, we're gonna make sure you can't walk again and things like that. That's excellent. But I'm just saying, where does this come from? That guy have stolen a machine, but he's stolen together with what they call pagar in this country.
So we created pagatech, pagar is a degrading word for Pakistanis, Arabians, blah blah blah. People, even Greenlandish people can be a pagar, whatever. We created that genre, and Gæoudjiparl, the #1 academic fine arts now, he hooked up with us, and that is what SYGNOK, our gang, is about. We take the finest academics and mix it up with hook it up with this, the pagatech.
Det første nordiske alternativ til kontemporært vestlig akademisk musik i
A talk about radical computer music suddenly ended in a discussion also about what's Danish and what not Danish and what's alien.
So we made this visual that is like 5 Hells Angels guys standing with guns, and then you got immigrant gang on the other side, and they're standing facing each other. And then alien hovers in between them, and he fires rays at them, and they come to a peaceful solution through sex.
Stop. Valhalla. Akbar.
As long as they just smoke weed, as long as they just sell a little bit of drugs, as long as they steal cars, as long as they just stay in areas of the city where they belong, as long as they only react in certain places, no problem. Sure, we like them. They're fun. And they appear on television saying something in broken Danish, smoking weed, being stupid. That's fine. But as soon as you start to fuck around, as soon as they basically take charge and say, for example, show a swastika. Just small things, but show a swastika. Right in your front in face and saying something. You're like, oh, there's no.
Our swastika is not something about left-wing politics or right-wing politics, or it's not about Nazis, and it's not about the New Age or something like that. The swastika is the new Danish swastika.
As soon as those swastikas came on, a lot of my American friends started to say, oh, you're off our website. We're not going to host your files anymore. Well, that's fine. It's interesting. It's just interesting. For all I've been saying, for all I've represented, for all my family backgrounds, etc., 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 a sign kicks me out of the game.
Goody has dropped a record, is dropping a record with us, with our music on, and in every record there's a 500 kroner note.
Men når manden bag pladen er en dansk-færøsk provokunstner, der kalder sig selv for Gæoudjiparl, er intet, som det plejer at være.
Ja, det kan godt passe. Inde i coveret ligger der en vaskeægte 500-kroneseddel. Nogen ville mene en passende belønning for at lytte til 13 timers eksperimenterende computermusik. Men i hvert fald er der en økonomisk gevinst på 150 kroner for hver gang man køber en af Gæoudjiparls plader.
All television and newspapers were writing about this record with real money in it.
But I borrowed the money from a person that brags that he can make people disappear like that or that.
The money comes from this Russian guy.
Well,
But people don't want to believe that Gæoudjiparl has been in contact with some Russian drug dealer or something like that.
So how much does it cost to make anybody disappear? And he says it will be around 250 Danish kroner, 250,000 Danish kroner, if it has to be done properly.
well,
Anyway, I phoned this guy up again, and I promised not to mention his name. And I say, well, fair enough. Can I borrow the double? Can I borrow the price that it would take to get 2 persons removed? And he's like, why? And I'm like, well, I'll show you. When you get this, you get a little bit. You get a real 500 kroner bill, and that is a contract between me and the people that wanted to beat me up. I play with the fact that I will be beaten up if I don't pay the money back. That's basically the game, and that has removed quite a bit of my fear. I don't have so much fear, so it's a good thing. It's a psychological thing. In my Denmark, there's space for perker, and since I am Danish, I believe I have a little bit to say, but I don't want to say anything with that. I mean, I say that with this, instead of arming myself, I disarm myself and say, well, fair enough, check me out. I mean, I basically make a bump for myself as a gesture. Now I'm not so afraid of him. Come on, somebody, I'm gonna beat you up. Yeah, sure. Check me out. Check me out getting beaten up by Ukrainian mafia, fucker. I mean, that's how we play the game.
well.
Er
Kommunal afkoblet.
og sendt ud af landet til en anonym belgisk programmør for ikke mindre end 250.000
Dask.
vil SYGNOK nu afsætte for at skaffe midler til videre autonom forskning og formidling af det radikale computermusikprogram.
So he said that part of the money that he put in the records was from the sold machine. And he did that without asking me and my brother about it. So what suddenly happened was the machine we had stolen and did all this thing for, and the upgrade and everything, and all this money we shipped into the upgrade, suddenly became about his record. So we made this one, and we slowly stole his records, and started to sell his records with the false money. So we hacked Gæoudjiparl.
So there was a 500 kroner in each of them. But they managed to sneak up and take quite a few of them, replace the money with fake, and put a SYGNOK sticker on. That was a hack of me. So when I said, oh, we're going to give away 500 kroner in each record, blah, 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 people were like, you're cheating, no. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then some came like, it's a fake one, I told you. And I was like, no, it's not fake. And then I was like, and then I looked at the bill, and I was like, I know who was behind this one. And I couldn't stop laughing. And they had run away with the money, and I will never see them again. They stole from me, bastards. They stole from me. But I was about to give them away anyway. Oh, that's how they are. Those kids, they steal from they hack the hacker. They steal from the Gæoudjiparl. How could they? How could they do it?
Well.
Netop.
The
Problem is that the Royal Academy of Music has called the police. Money. And that is, of course, unacceptable.
Everybody in America, everybody was like, don't go back, stay here, don't go back. I mean, of course I have to go back. The police wants me. That's how we deal with it. And that's why I'm here, and I will stay here until the court thing, and I will defend myself in court. And I will, of course, lose because that thing was stolen, and I'll take my penalty for it, whatever that is. It'll be a very chaotic trial, and It might be fun, it might be interesting, but it has to be taken, because if we don't take it, then what is all this we built? I mean, what is it all for? If it just falls for this crap, fear, things like that. That's not how we can't do that. That's not how we are human beings together here. And we have to, after we have realized that we are human beings together here, then we have to start to make music for an artificial alternative intelligence in the future. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be a tough one.
He is the original radical computer music teacher, and that is why we're sitting here today. He planted some seeds